First of all, salam alaikum. Peace be upon you. Shalom alaikum. Hello, hi, whatever. Any language, Gates, Comment Talavu, etc., etc. But actually, we are very happy to be here, and we are very happy to have met Jane and her friends. This is what we do around the world. What you have seen now is our life around the world. We go from city to city. This is what we do. So what do we do? That's the thing. Okay, who are we first? We are Sufis. What is Sufism? Some say it's mysticism. This is not mysticism. There is nothing, no mystery about it. The mystery is that you don't know what we are saying. You don't want to know actually what we are doing. It's not that we don't want to share. It is that some people don't like to hear what we say because we are after the truth and truth only. Okay, so we are not after blind belief. We are not after blind following something. We are after knowledge. We are after surety. Sure knowledge, we are after sure knowledge, certainty, and we are after the reality, the truth. So what we are going to do today is we are going to share what we observed and attained as knowledge from the creator of the universe. Whatever you call it's okay with me, as long as you mean that power. And then we call Allah, and some call Rabb. It's okay with me. Some call God. That's okay. Most beautiful names belong to this Creator. Now, here is the. This is so vast. I'll try to. Now that is a vibration, but. That is not harmonic vibration. That's why it irritates. So we want to be in harmony.
There you go. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much. Okay. Now I can sing. I always wanted to sing. Okay. Now. Hello. Okay, it's still working because I touched something. I don't know. When I touch something, things don't work. And I hope this is gonna work. All right. Hello. Oh. Now, when everybody is born, everybody starts learning. Can we call Allah, because Allah doesn't? The word Allah is Arabic. But it's also Aramaic, Hebrew, etc., which has no gender in it. So there, no he, no she, no it. This is El means the. And he said, Kabbalist is going to come. He's going to tell you about the. Sufism is continuation of Kabbalah in the new world, So we are singing the same tune. Maybe differently, but we are going to sing the same thing. So the name of the creator, you can say, I like the word creator of all. I like that word, that term. But Allah is shorter, and then some people think Allah is only for the group that calls themselves Muslims. It is not. It is also used by the group is called themselves Christians in the Middle East and the Jews, etc., etc. It's the general word. So, for the sake of today, can we use Allah? Is it okay? Okay. Now, Allah created us for one purpose only. What is that purpose? To learn Allah Himself. And how do we do this? We are learning Allah one way or the other, whether you know or not, with your five senses. What are you doing with your five senses? you are analyzing your environment from birth. What do you do when you are born? The first thing. What do you do? Cry, of course. For what? For food, you know. Oh, this is milk, you know. That's not milk. I don't want that. That's what I want. Then you smell. You say, this is mommy. And who's that smell? That must be daddy. Later on, you hook up with the daddy. But first, you know, mommy. You know, mommy is the one. Okay, and then you start analyzing. This is edible. This is not edible. This is soft. This is not soft. This is hard. This is not. This is. And when you grow up, there comes the mommy's other side. No. So you learn no, yes, etc., etc. Now, what is Sufism is this? It is an organized way of learning Allah. That's what Sufism is. That is like a science of learning Allah. That's what Sufism is. What do we do? For example, if you are science of plants, you study plants. If you are learning, if your science is Allah, then what do? We study Allah and learn and share. And that's what we are doing now, share. Now, this is my PhD student there. Come here, son. He is a mathematician, very high mathematician. And you are studying physics too? Come here. Stay there, okay. Yes? You are studying physics?
Yes, sir.
Yes, okay, all right. Now, we follow Quran. I follow Quran. Why I follow Quran? Because it is not, I was raised in a missionary school, believe it or not. So I'm exposed to almost everything. But I'm looking for some, I'm in charge, not you. He's going to stand there. So I'm looking for, if there is God, he cannot be mute and dumb, and he is not somewhere that we cannot talk to us. He must be able to speak to us. And I must be able to speak to him, her, it, he, Allah, it, her, I don't know. And so I checked all the books, and then I like the Quran because Allah is speaking first hand, not second hand, third hand, etc. So I chose that as a guide. But at the same time, everybody has a guide in themselves. There are two, actually. What is it? Your brain and your heart. What is your brain job? To find the truth, research, and investigate and learn. What is the heart? Heart has to confirm, support, one way or the other, if what you found is true or not. Your heart is going to do that. So, this is what Sufism is. We study the names of Allah, and not only on the book. You do not learn anything. I'm sorry, I'm a professor, but I hate to admit this. Yes, you learn some things from the book, but most of the learning, and this is education, this is true, 9/10 of education is outside of the books, outside of the schools. You learn. Where? The biggest school that you have is yourself. Your body is your biggest school, and this is the biggest. Allah is the biggest teacher, and this is the student that we are going to learn. So, in Sufism, we are organized how to do this. We analyze our body. Maybe I should start from there. First, you have to get to know yourself. This is what you are made of. You have brain, and you have nafs. Nafs is an important issue in your life. Nafs is ego. That is trying to get you off the focus, get you off God. He wants to be the God. And that is your heart, which is the modem to Allah, direct modem to the whole. And then you have the soul, which gives you the energy to your body and everywhere else. And which is the connection, spiritual connection to the whole, is your soul. This is you. Now, your brain is commissioned to find the truth. What is the truth? Truth is something that doesn't disappear. Truth is stable. Truth is there all the time. What is nafs? Nafs is ulterior desires of yourself that makes you off the truth. Nafs and truth don't go along together. Nafs wants the truth to be itself. But there is only one truth, and truth is always right. And unfortunately, nafs doesn't want to accept this. And so the nafs gives you data, I don't know how you say it in South Africa, the information to this computer here, and then these five senses also give you information. Every second you are processing. And this processing is, where is Ilana? There. It's just spirituality, but they're all connected, darling. They're all connected. So all this information is, how is it happening? Vibrationally in your head. Some flashes are happening, and being stored in there. Is that true, sir? How is it happening in the brain?
Yes, Sheikh. The brain is like a storage device, like a hard drive of a computer.
Okay. How does information get there? Or how does it is stored?
With the nerve system and the neurons, they do transmission. There is a field called quantum information, which studies the brain, and they are trying to build a computer because our brain, this is how it acts. It stores information, and this information are transmitted through these nerve cells, neurons. It's like an electric pulse that goes on.
Okay, I'm asking this question. Can a brain create new information from for outside, other than what it is already in there?
No, Sheikh.
Okay. So why I have him is because I'll be the spiritual side, he'll be the science side. Or another scientist around you, you are welcome to come here and join us. But, so this is your brain. Okay. Quantum physicists looked at the brain. What is in the brain? What do you think they saw? What do you think? You look like Sufi, huh?
Neurons.
Nothing. They saw nothing. Emptiness. All emptiness. Holes everywhere. Yes, there are neurons, but where are we? They were looking for us. Where are we? In the brain? So we are not in the brain. Then where are we? I don't know. I'll get to that. But so these are all tests. They're done. Is that how about your heart? Your heart is at the beginning, when I was growing up, I am only 16 years old. When I was 5 years old, for example. Just kidding, right? I'm not actually 16. I like to be, but it's not. They said heart is the center of senses, and they didn't know much about brain. And then later on, they said, no, heart has nothing going on for it, just pumping blood. And brain is the person. Okay. And then it changed again, like cholesterol. If you eat this, this is good for cholesterol. If it's not good for us. Eat cheese, not eat cheese. Butter is good, no, butter is not good. Etc., etc. So they came to the conclusion, that these scientists, that heart has like how many neurons?
5 million, was it? 5 billion, 5 million?
Now, can you say something about the heart, honey?
What do you want me to say, honey?
You heart net, you know the heart net.
She is our heart net.
No, you go ahead, honey. Come here, come here. So we learned this in South Africa, in Cape Town. Here we in a, yes, go ahead. Yes, all right. So I'll rest.
My name is Shaykha Muzeyyen. For your convenience, you're welcome to call me Anne, which is just end of my name. That doesn't give you a heart attack. We were doing a healing workshop actually in Cape Town 10 years ago. And we usually ask our audience to also teach something back to keep things interesting. And we also would like to learn. And what he did a presentation for us. And in this presentation, we were actually talking about heart math. That's what he taught us. Are you anybody familiar with heart math? Okay, you can Google it. That's what we learned in nowadays, right? What it is they have talked about a couple. He talked about Dr. Kirchuli. He's from Cape Town. He's actually a psychiatrist. He talked about a couple different concepts, and one is entrainer or entrainment. And this happens in the nature. This happens with the people, and especially women know this very well. And when I tell you what it is, then you'll know why. He talked to us about 2 grandfather clocks on the wall, swinging.
Or 3.
Or 3 of them. Does not matter how many, but just think that they all swing in different directions, and that's how it starts. And he says, after a while, they all start swinging in unity. One of the clocks, become the entrainer. And of course, when we see this with the clock, it's easy to see if they're all swinging in different directions, which one became the entrainer. He said, so they looked at this with rocks and with the nature, and I'm sure with the plants. I was actually looking forward to hearing more about that. And when we were talking to Jane, so the second part of what he showed us was, he said, there's this group in America that's called Heart Math. We're like, oh, because we live in New York. So we lived in California, we lived in many different places. So it's like, oh, it's from America. It's like, okay, what is it? He said they made these different tests, and they kind of measured what happens when you get a message. So they looked at how the messages flow between heart and the brain. So what happens is when your brain, okay, let's start from the heart because this is more interesting. So when your heart sends a message to the brain, whatever it is, think of it in this time, chemical messages or anything you can think, they could measure this. Immediately, the brain just lit up. Think of somebody tied up to all these wires and all that. Brain immediately lit up. And then they also did it the other way around. They gave some sort of pulse message to the brain, and the heart was kind of like a millisecond behind.
Now stop there. What this means, which
Go.
stay there. Okay, go ahead. All right. What can I do? I have to use all the means I can get. Right now, I get my information from my heart, not from reading much. She is the reader. I am the heart. Heart net is me, whatever. But there you go. This is where what I said. What did I say at the beginning? Are you paying attention? What is the heart's job? Is it to support or not? To confirm or not? So when it waits, it is not supporting. If it is something true, then it is immediately supporting. So this is the science, Mr. Scientist. So we are in a process of what I get from my heart. We are trying to find. He's going around with me, trying to see scientifically what it is, Okay. So continue, darling.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, go there. I'll drink my tea.
I think that was really the punchline.
Are you sure, darling?
There is more?
I don't know. You are to.
So actually, he was able to show this to us, and they had come up hard math. It was amazing actually. They have come up with a system actually that he said that American marketers were using a lot, and we all know how powerful American marketing is. I have a business economics background actually.
Degree.
And he basically told us that they have this device, or first they have this device, and he basically
Space,
makes you practice what it's like beta and alpha waves and all that theta waves, and when it reaches the most creative level, it's been many years, I can't remember exactly which waves those were, but a green light lights up on your hand. It's like this little handheld device. I should be their salesperson. I am not selling it, but this little handheld device. And so he said, what happens is executives of like these big companies, they practice to be in their most creative and most connected state, and then they go into their board meetings. And they're like, oh, we knew it. We knew they had something on us, right? So he said, actually, you know, I have a software, and he picked up, as it was a Sufi conference, Sufi healing conference, so he picked up a Sufi one of us, and he said, what this does, this program does, is that he just hooked up the person, and he said, what this does is it sees in 28 different kind of, did it measure 28 things or something?
Wavelengths.
Wavelengths.
Or it vibrates.
If your brain and heart are in
What do you call those waves?
with each other.
Sine wave.
Okay, so we hooked up somebody, and then just the normal, he didn't have him do anything, and we measured them. He seemed to be really out of sync.
Like
And then
megahertz, 60 megahertz, 20
That's the
megahertz.
frequency.
Frequency, yeah.
Wavelength is the
Yeah, frequency. Yeah.
Meaning we are, you know what, we were hearing the singing, and he did Yahweh Dud Yah Selam, love and peace. And you know what happened? He was 98% in sync, heart and mind. So we were all so happy and all that, but you know, next time you just kind of look, does this make this person like suddenly this wonderful person and all that? No, it doesn't, because we have to be able to achieve that state and stay there all the time, and there's a lot of cleansing to do, which is part of Sufism. How do you attain that state, and which means having a presence and having a sense of connectedness to God at all times, and also everything around you. And that, of course, is the work. I heard there were some Sufis here. He's like, hey guys, okay. So that's actually Sufism is we've been I think Sufi about 30 years I think, and I find that I'm learning and then learning more. It doesn't seem to be ending, and thank God, because otherwise life will be boring. I say it shouldn't be boring, anything but boring. Yeah. So when we met with Jane in the 99 Names workshop, we actually were holding it in her center. She very graciously invited us. And we were then how do you say it, and the breath, and the vibration. Which is again our connection to Kabbalah, because in all time, Kabbalists would come together. We read this in the books, and we met a couple of Kabbalists. And once a year, and repeat Ismail Husnawi, we call it, repeat the name of God that was going to be prominent that year together just once. So we hear, because we didn't make it to any of their meetings. I wish we did. It would be interesting. I'm very excited for you next month. You're gonna have a Kabbalist come. I wish we were here, but we're gonna be in US. So they would repeat it just once with the right vibration and right tonation. So please somebody ask him this for me. Jane, maybe? I've been wondering about this.
You can go and meet him. He lives in Parkmore.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's very good.
Yes, that's good.
Okay, now that's enough now.
I
Wash it
think
down.
that's it. I'm done. Thank you.
And your tea, darling?
Oh, yes.
Chai. Sit over there and drink your tea, please. All right, so now we have so much to give. I don't know where, but while we are here in this experience, this section, I want you to put your hands on your heart or in your chest. Now I want to give you like how powerful this vibration is. This is what we are going to say. First, listen to me. Allah, 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 Allah. Say it now. Allah, 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 Allah. Do you hear the vibration? Okay. So remember this vibration. Don't forget it, because whatever we say here is everything is connected to each other. Whatever we are saying here, at the end will be connected to the main whatever we are doing here. Now let's go back to. So we gave you a basic understanding of who you are, what the body is, what a human being is. Sufism is to cleanse your nafs so that you can shut the nafs frequencies. Your brain can all focus to the modum, to the whole, and your heart will be connected. So like in that heart math, they'll be working together. That the whole thing is heart and brain has to work together. Now, how did this vibration start? That is, now he is going to explain you how did vibration start. At the beginning, Allah created with, you take over now with kun and etc. Go over there. Yes. As a scientist, explain.
Hi again, everyone. First of all, I'd like to request you if you could please stand. Yes, you. I'd like everyone to have a look at his t-shirt. Maybe come in front, everyone can see you.
Yeah, all right.
So if that's a nice way to spread the message that we're trying to send across here. That's more or less the same picture you got there, but that one is from Earth. Whereas here it's a bit hard to find where the Earth is. Anyway, at some point we'll come to it. So now about vibration. How we get that previous picture? That previous picture was a picture from the Hubble telescope that showed the galaxies. But before we reach that picture...
How many galaxies are there?
There's too many zeros.
150 billion.
150 billion. I do not want to scare you with that, but Shaykh wants you to hear the actual number. 150 billion galaxies.
That's
and
right.
Each galaxy contains 100 billion stars. Unfortunately, I don't have a board. I would give you an idea of the zeros. 1 billion has 9 zeros. So when we say 1 billion, there's 1 and 0 and 9 zeros. When we say 100 billion, 11 zeros, stars in one galaxy, and you multiply by 150 billion, then you get this picture.
There, I love that picture.
And this picture is just a portion of the universe. Just a small portion like that.
Each one is a galaxy there.
When you look in the sky, you always think you're seeing stars. But sometimes this dot that you see is not a star, but a galaxy. For example, the closest galaxy that we see, Andromeda, it has 1 trillion stars. We were saying billion, now trillion. I'll let that to you to go find out how many more zeros.
How long is it? How many 1,000 light years?
So to travel, if we look in terms of length, we see that it's very, there is a huge length. Just to give you an idea about the formation, it says 300 to 5 million years after the Big Bang. I was going to come to the Big Bang. Then there's star and galaxy formation. And this is related to what we're seeing in that picture. Because everything you're watching me right now, you're watching the past. When you see me, that image is gone. This is what is happening in your brain. Everything you're watching is in the past, it's gone. When you watch the sun, it's 8 minutes delayed. You think you're seeing the sun, but that's 8 minutes. The sun is no more like that. So your clock, you're always in the past. So how can we live in the present? Later, Shaykh Es-Taner will talk about that. I will just give you about we'll go back to the universe. So how we get that picture of the universe, if you see at the beginning there's a dot. And it says Big Bang. I'm sure most of you have heard about that. How is this related to vibration? There is a quote from the Holy Book, the Quran here, that says, and it is who created the heavens and the earth. Heavens, by heavens, Shaykh Es-Taner explains this word in Arabic meaning samawat. Doesn't mean the heavens that we're talking about, paradise, where there are fruits and all that, but rather heavens is referring to space. And it is so precise that it is talking in plural here, heavens. I'll let you wonder about that. We move on. Who created the heavens and the earth with haq. Haq is a vibration, which means truth, science, reality. And the verse continues. On that day, when he says be is the English word, which you will find in the Bible in many holy books. The Arabic word for that is kun, and that kun is what corresponds to that Big Bang.
Hold on, hold there. Now we know that words gain wordiness in the air. If there is no air, what does kun mean? Kun is a vibration. When it meets the air in the atmosphere, then it becomes a word that we hear in our ear.
So as you would have guessed, in the beginning, was there air or not? Let's check. So now this is a timeline. When the Big Bang starts, we are time 0. We start the stopwatch, and then the Big Bang starts. But we see that atoms start forming only after 3 minutes. So was there air there? No air. So this is what Shaykh Es-Taner is trying to say, that the kun, yes, it is a word in the Quran, it is be in the Bible, the Hebrew version of it. But in the beginning, it was just vibration. And quantum physics proves this to us. In the very beginning of the Big Bang, the first 3 minutes, what's happening there is quantum physics. Quantum physics, if you want to go deeper, there's a field called string theory or particle physics, whatever you want to call it, is all about the study of vibration in the depth of the atoms, in the subatomic particles. There are particles called quarks, if you can relate to. And these quarks are nothing but vibrational energy. So this brings us to our topic about vibration and words. So the Big Bang itself was a vibration, and then from there, then started creation, atoms formed, and then after that, star formation. There was star formation only 400 million years later. And then it goes on, and then our sun came into being 4.5 billion years as per this scale. And if we go on, then we have more galaxies forming, and then this is just a picture of Hubble telescope, how we get that big image that we showed you. So all the Hubble telescope is doing, it is giving us an image of the past. This is why what you see here, this is our galaxies, and then you go further down, they can trace back the percentage of hydrogen that was created, etc., etc. So where are we again in this picture? Who can tell me? Maybe you, you got the picture from the earth.
Where are you? Now,
Everywhere.
Down. Downward. Yeah.
Everywhere.
Unfortunately, the Hubble cannot take selfie. It hasn't reached that level yet. So, very sad for you, we are not in the picture. So to please the new generation, then we made some Photoshop and we made it a selfie. So we fitted our galaxy in there. This is our little Milky Way, which contains just 100 billion stars. And the sun is just one of them. Our sun is just one star out of 100 billion. And I mentioned earlier, our neighbor has 1 trillion stars. So even our galaxy is not the biggest.
so is our neighbor Jones's? I mean, how come we ended up with on the 100 billion they have on?
I don't know shit, but as per the plan, somewhere we are going to join them and become
Is the
one.
grass greener there or not? I don't know. What do you think, Jane? Maybe the grass is greener in the Andromeda?
No.
No,
It's the same.
it's here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Happy here.
I believe her.
This is our sun. As you can see, we have to scale it a lot so you can see it.
Okay, now I take over. Thank you very much. So we don't want to get lost in space. Let's get back to Earth. Come back. Now this is planet Earth. There is a reason why you are created from Earth. What is the... When you are created from something, you have the qualities of that. So we are created of two, three, I don't know, so many dimensional things. But one is we are created from the space, so we have to have the qualities of the space. And of the space, we are created from a specific solar system and specific planet called whatever you call Earth, Ars. It is Hebrew Arabic is Ars. And then what is the specialty of Earth? The specialty of Earth is that it is humility. It is humble. Why? So that the Creator can have a loving relationship. In order to have a loving relationship, these are the things that you need to have. One, you have to have somebody else, unless you want to love yourself. Narcissism, you know. Okay, the second thing is that love cannot be forced. So it has to be free. This person that God created has to have free will. That is you. Don't call yourself Free Willy though. It's a different person. Oh, I hope you're not Will, right? You're not Chris. Okay, we are safe. And love has a habitat, like every tree, every plant, like oranges. We cannot grow oranges in New York. They will die. But we can grow oranges in Florida. They will survive. And so love is not going to grow in a place where there is pride, arrogance, hate, violence. Love grows in a habitat where there is humility, sharing, caring, respect, etc., etc. All those good things you cannot see in the movies anymore. You see only violence in the movies. Blow. First it was arrow, then it is a bullet. Now it is it's not enough that you can kill a man by a bullet. Now you have to have a, I don't know, those big bazookas, and then it keeps growing and growing, and then explosion, the whole building goes off, etc. So, the reason why we are on earth is to learn Allah and then by learning, how can you be in love with somebody that you don't know? By learning, you will be in awe. This is Allah, the creator of all this. There can only one and one power that is running all this. If there were two, they would clash. There can be only one and one most powerful being that has no gender, that is just power, like in the movie Force, the Force. This is, all this is one force. Which is there? Is this force here? Yes. Is this force there? How about here? How about here? How about, where is the third planet? Here. Here, something like this. This little thing. That's where you are. Is it there? Yes. Then, is it in the chair? Is it in the building? So, 99 names, what we call 99 names, is actually, Allah is not limited to any name. What Allah is, this is the last thing I'm sorry if you are bored. This is one more paragraph and you are done. Is that, now Allah says, I am the Nur of Samawati wal Ard. I am the light of the heavens and the earth. And this light is called
Electromagnetic wave.
Okay. Thank you. You agree with that? Yeah. So, this means energy. Energy is two kinds. There is the potential and there is the kinetic energy. And this is what quantum physics also say, your brain, is that this potential energy is the one that has the endless possibilities. And kinetic energy is manifesting one of these possibilities which you see that. This is one of the possibilities of this of this potential energy. And how did the energy start? How did it start? With vibration, right? Because vibration is action. That is the name of action. And the manifestation means this is the name. That is name. And Allah's attributes are all around in the universe, and we study that tomorrow in your garden. Inshallah. So let's go back to put your hands. Allah, 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 Allah. Okay. So what is the first sound you hear when you are born? What is it?
Allah.
Where?
In your heart.
And your mother's heart.
Mother's heart.
When you are a baby, all you are listening is your mother's heart. And then this vibration moves to you when your heart resonates with that vibration. And you go, and then, it couples with breath after birth. I rest my case.